Halo, halo? Czy nas słyszycie? To nasz ostatni komunikat. Dziś oddziały niemieckie wkroczyły do Warszawy. Braterskie pozdrowienie przesyłamy żołnierzom polskim walczącym na Helu i wszystkim walczącym gdziekolwiek się jeszcze znajdują. Jeszcze Polska nie zginęła. Niech żyje Polska!
You just heard the chilling final message broadcasted by the Polish government on September 26, 1939, when German forces captured the city of Warsaw, the capital of Poland. The fall of Warsaw was a brutal end to the already turbulent tale of the Second Polish Republic. In 1772, King Frederick the Great of Prussia proposed that the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth be divided between Austria, Russia, and Prussia. Over the next couple of decades, pieces of Poland would be taken, one by one, until finally, in 1795, Poland was no more. Other than Napoleon's Duchy of Warsaw, a Polish state would never exist in the 19th century. That was not until 1918 that Poland's dreams were realized. By 1917, Russia was in an awful state. There has just been a communist revolution, and a ton of factions are fighting for control over the country. On top of that, the Germans are invading, and they're at the gates of Petrograd. But the Bolsheviks have no choice but to make peace. The Treaty of Brest-Litovsk was signed on March 3, 1918, and it turned all of these areas into German puppet states. There was the United Baltic Duchy, Belarus, Ukraine, and Poland. By the fall of the same year, the war had turned in the Allied favor. Poland took advantage of this and began attacking formerly Polish areas, expanding their border like this. Germany surrendered on November 11, 1918. The Treaty of Versailles granted Poland its independence, along with these parts of Germany, as well as this part of the Soviet Union. But it's not all sunshine and sausages, because Russia believes that all lands previously owned by the Russian Empire also belong to them. So they begin attacking Poland alongside its ally, Ukraine. General Joseph Pilsudski began the Kiev offensive in April 1920. And Polish-Ukrainian forces captured Kiev. However, the war would soon turn against them. The Soviets pushed back the Poles, taking Ukraine and approaching Warsaw. Pilsudski ordered a defense of the city, where he fortified bridges and fortresses and dug entrenchments. The Polish forces were outnumbered, and they weren't going to win. All hope was lost. Except they did. The legendary battle was known as the Miracle on the Vistula, where the Polish forces beat the Soviet Union. The borders were returned to their original state, and Poland was finally at peace. Now that Poland is at peace, they can kind of chill out and start funding infrastructure projects, like building a new rail line. The Great Depression hit Poland pretty hard, with about 40% of its industrial production falling, and 1 in 5 people were unemployed. So, how's that Pilsudski fellow doing? He resigned right before the Miracle on the Vistula, so that way if he died, he wouldn't decrease morale among the people. But he survived. Now he writes history books for a living. Never mind, he just overthrew the government. Now Pilsudski is a dictator, and he wants to hold elections. How nice. These elections are totally going to be free and fair, right? Surprisingly, yes. However, the elections of 1930 were rigged. How mean. Poland began building defenses along their border because this new German chancellor is looking a little suspicious. They also built defenses on their Soviet border as well, because why not? Polish suspicions were realized when German dive bombers dropped bombs on Polish bridges on September 1, 1939, beginning World War II. Poland fought to the last man, but it was in vain. Poland had collapsed, split between Germany and the Soviet Union. After the war, Poland still was not liberated, and Polish people still lived in fear under the iron grip of the Polish People's Republic.
More like under new management.